Let me come to you, IP. What would you say has been the most memorable experience at movie television for you?
But am I protected?
Don't worry, you're protected.
But Andrew, you've been seeing her.
I've been observing.
So, but why are you not coming in? Why are you not protecting?
She's not spoken anything, and so
Thank you. I haven't said anything.
Okay.
Yeah,
those guests.
Andrew.
Yeah.
I'll be as honest as I've stated.
Yeah.
All right. We are talking about 17 years.
Yes.
In existence as Movie TV, and I would say I've been here now for 12 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. And one of the days to remember for me, for the past 12 years I've been here, and the past 17 years Movie TV has been in existence. I think it is the 2 weeks ago when I was on suspension. All right. Because I want to state here that if there's something that for me I have told people and I've avoided, is for you to have your CV dated. Okay? When you've been sacked, just know that your CV will not be the same.
You're right.
It goes out there with a lot of debt. Whenever you go there to look for employment, people say, this person was fired before.
Yeah.
What did you do? It raised that alarm to the general public. Even just a warning letter, it means a lot.
It does.
So it calls for a self-introspection to say, what is that I did wrong? Where have I gone wrong? And for me, I'm not a person that has that pride to say, I think I'm correct here. All right? That warning, suspension that I had for the past 2 weeks when I went on leave, it gave me time to introspect.
Suspension on leave?
Exactly. Of course, when you've been suspended, you go on leave. Okay. Yeah, so for me, that has been one of the greatest moments to remember, and also just to see myself, where did I go wrong? Just like that.
I'll tell you, one of my memorable.
I know that she didn't expect for me to talk about suspension. People, they don't like talking about those things.
Yes,
but for me, I'll speak it. I'll say it as it is.
Yes,
but also, I think did you expect that I was going to say this? Maybe you didn't expect that I was going to say this. One of my memorable times or experience here at Movie Television, I think, was when I was doing the Kids and Teens show. That was, I think, 7 years ago. So what happened was, it was on my birthday. Innocent was our director. It was on my birthday that I came to do the show, and apparently I came 3 minutes late. On my birthday to present the show, 3 minutes late. And Innocent didn't allow me to come on set. He said, "You don't present."
Because you were late.
I cried.
Because you were only a kid.
I was excited that on my birthday I'll be on TV, I'll be presenting. Everybody home was expectant
to watch.
Yes, and everybody was expectant home that they would watch, our boy go on TV, present.
But why were you late? Who made you late?
Because we'd come using a bus, and so. And we used to drop Patoto, and then we would come here. So the distance was a bit far, for me. And when I came here, we used to use that old studio actually. When I came here, there was Tandiwe and Paul was already on set, and now it was about to get to my segment, and I was told, "You're not going to go on set." And you were serious.
Innocent, you made the child cry.
You were serious.
Those days, the child those days.
You made the child
At
cry.
that time, all of us used to fear Innocent. When he says, "You're not going to do this," then you know it's done, boy. And for me, that day,
You cried.
I cried. I didn't forgive Innocent the whole year because for me that was the most important day of my life. To be excited and just ruined it.
No, but Innocent, the boy has brought it up. We are talking in those terms. The boy has brought it up.
Munza, you need to refine your ways. You can't say the boy. He was the boy those days. Let's admit. If there's something that
apologize.
If there's something people don't like, is to admit that there's a change. You get the point.
Innocent apologized to the child.
For what?
for ruining his entire year. On his birthday, he wanted to.
Andrew is saying me for the whole year.
Yes,
he didn't forgive him.
It's very unfortunate.
And for him, this is something to remember. It is a day to remember. But my question, and I didn't know that was for the whole year. and my question to Andrew will be: did you learn your lesson from that time?
It was tricky because even our producer by then, I think it was Auntie Betty. Yeah, she was also tough, and so there was no way that I could go to her and tell her. That's
so no, innocent, you traumatized the child.
What I did was, I had suspended myself. I promised myself I would never go to movie television again because of what Innocent did to me. And I think for the whole year, I didn't come to movie television.
And it's true.
And I didn't. I never, and I didn't. And I
you
promised
stayed
myself.
Home
what changed for you to come back? What made you change your mind? For the whole year, you didn't come to movie TV. What
and he
made
was
you?
bitter. Let's remember that.
And he never forgave. And Innocent wasn't forgiven the whole year.
I think what made me come, I think it was after a year. What had happened was that Cheswat called me that he was not going to come. Then we had a different team again. There was Chancer, the gentleman like this. I think he still comes now. And so he told me, he used to present the show with Cheswat. He told me Cheswat was not going to come. And so he asked me if I was still interested in TV. If I was still interested in TV, I said, "Oh, okay, not a problem. I can come."
I'll come.
So that's how I resumed coming.
Tell us the first day that you came, and you came face to face with Innocent. Not on time, not late, but when you came face to face with IP.
What happened?
What happened? What came into your mind, your heart, your body?
What happened was before IP became our director. I think we used to have Juma. Juma was, sound engineer.
Juma Banda.
Juma Banda is now in South Africa. He was a sound engineer, and so he would help out direct the show. So if Auntie Betty was not going to be there to personally direct the show, Juma would do it. And so after the roles were demarcated, IP now, because IP then was operating from the background. But now, then IP now became in the picture, and then he became the director. The boss. And so now, all of us could go through IP if we wanted to be on TV. Okay, and IP would have the final word of what would happen on TV. And so that was my first. So when he was introduced, and now this is our new director, I said, okay, cool, it's fine. Then that's how it started. But that day was one of the days that still now I never forget. It still comes back, and for me it serves as a good lesson also, because then behind that,
Andrew, you haven't answered my question.
Yeah,
you haven't answered my question.
After
the 1 year, when Cheswa called,
I did come back. After
and I'm saying when you met IP, after the resumption of coming to Muvi.
So the good part about that, when I came back, was IP was redirected to another department. I think he now went to the news.
And weren't you happy?
Yeah, I was extremely happy, because then I knew that I was not going to face any difficulties when it comes to what to do or not what to do. And so that was the fresh which was there. When IP was changed to go to the news, us the kids now and the teens, we were in one department, and were at that time we began to manage ourselves, and so it was a bit easier for us to play around.
But
now,
walking in the premises of Muvi TV, and then you see IP, or you hear that IP is this side, I want to hear the experience. He was changed. He was pushed to another department. Then when you came, but I want to hear.
Let's say, how did you become friends? How did you get to a point of forgiving him? What happened?
How long did you?
Because now you two can work together. So
there was no formality of okay now.
Tushimikilan reconciliation.
Takwali reconciliation, formally reconciliation. There was no reconciliation, but I think what the reconciliation which was there, I think, was time. Okay, I think with time I began to heal. With time, trust me, it really helped me very much, because, like I said, that was my big day, and my parents' home were excited. to watch me on my big day, and I wanted to say that, Mom, I love you on my birthday and whatnot. And Innocent just
ruined it.
Ruined. and Innocent didn't know that probably
that was your plan.
I'm just hearing now.
He did, and that's why I actually brought it now. Just refresh ourselves of some of the things that people might not know that we've been through. But for me, really, that was a defining moment for me, in the sense that I had even stopped coming to movie television because of that blunder that happened. But anyways, with time, we became friends, and it passed, and the hate went away. And now the lesson really that it taught me was, I think discipline was key. Okay, if you are told that you need to do this at this time, if you are told that in the studio you need to be here at this time, you need to ensure that you get in.
And especially on your big day.
On my big day, but also it served as a lesson to the other people that were present at the time that IP told me not to go on set. Because they knew that this guy
needed to be on time.
Yes, they too needed to be on time. That's the lesson that I learned from that, a hateful experience that I had, I think 6-7 years ago. Yeah, but also one of the most exciting time, I've had a lot, but the most recent one was when we had the guys from Korea who came to Zambia, and they came to movie television. For me, that was one of the most also defining moment for me, because I hadn't been very excited in a long time to be with foreigners on set like I did at that time.
Yeah.
It was an interesting show. It was a show that I think all of you came, you were watching, and we had a lot of laughter by just getting to share, what we believe in as Zambia and what they believe in as Korea on one platform on a live show, and just getting to play games that they play in Korea right here in Zambia. It was just an exciting time. And so for me, those two for now stand out to be one of the, or two of the most memorable events for me at the movie television. Yeah.
Andrew is something else.
I'm waiting for you to apologize.
I don't know if I need to apologize.
You
trust me.
Cry.
Yes, and I didn't know that that day really, it was his birthday. I didn't even know.
But you made
what was in me was that I was working. I was doing my job. You get a point? Because
Munzia,
that was for us. This has been the culture.
Munzia, you're not going to force Innocent to apologize, because it is on record in this country that after doing something which is good, which is right, and somebody is made to apologize. Rwanda is telling you
I'm going to make him apologize.
No, we are not going to allow that.
Just like the moment, of course.
Let me bring in this call. Okay. Hello, good afternoon. Right. Hello? Yes, who's on the line and where are you calling us from?
This is Esther calling from Manyinga.
Esther calling from Manyinga. What is your contribution on our birthday, Esther?
I just wanted to wish you a happy birthday.
Thank you. What has been the most memorable show that you remember about movie television? Beads and lipstick.
Yes, at least there were some morals that we
learned
got from there.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
All right, thank you.
Our children need to be have that knowledge of both the rural and also the urban
life. Yeah. Thank you so much for coming through, and continue watching.
Thank you. Now, I just wanted to find out what the signal thing.
Okay.
Every 18 hours, the signals usually go.
Do you have a pen with you there?
Sorry?
Do you have a ball pen with you there?
Yes.
Okay. Please write the following number.
0764.
Yes.
Hello?
Hello?
Yes.
0764.
Esther.
0764. 25.
Are you writing?
Yes.
0764. Your line is breaking.
Okay, we'll continue watching. We're going to say it out, and then you write it down.
Oh, okay, but I was able to get you clear.
Okay, now, yeah.
0764.
0764?
Yes.
25?
25?
Sorry?
25?
25, yes.
00?
00.
52.
52.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you so much, Esther.
Okay, thank you.
All right, thank you so much for coming through. You two can call us and just give us some of the memorable times that you've had with Muvi Television. It could be, your personal experience that you've had, or probably some of the shows that you've been following keenly. Mwanawina, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, my brother.
How are you? Very well. How are you?
I'm fine. Good afternoon, IP.
Good afternoon. How are you, comrade?
I'm fine, comrade. Good afternoon, cousin.
Good afternoon, Mwanawina. Thank you.
Yes, Muzia, how are you, my dear?
I'm fine, Mwanawina. How are you?
I'm fine. Happy birthday, Muvi TV.
Thank you so
Mwanawina.
much. Thank you.
We really enjoy the freedom of expression through this media. And in Zambians, we really appreciate your success.
Thank you
Thank
so much.
Thank you
so much.
And my most horrible time, it was when Muvi TV was closed. I saw somebody coming just to give an announcement. I was expecting news that day.
Wow.
Only to say Muvi TV has been closed. I'm telling you, it was like they had closed my house from going to shop outside.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What's the other one?
The other horrible moment.
Yeah, no,
Not
memorable.
horrible, but
Oh, memorable.
Yeah.
Late for marriage when I came to watch one of my classmates on the panel. It was very interesting.
Yeah.
Yes, because I could be able to talk to her in the background about the experience. Yeah, it was really wonderful.
It was really wonderful.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Mwanawina. Please continue watching.
Thank you.
All right. Well, I did a self poll on my Facebook page, trying to ask people what has been some of their memorable times with Muvi Television. I think 2 of our shows, were very prominent. I think in shaping up most of the homes in Zambia, Banja and Ready for Marriage. We talk about them.
Oh, yeah.
Let me bring in Inonge. Hello, Inonge. Hello.
Hello.
Hi. Good afternoon, Inonge. How are you?
I'm good. Yourself?
Very well, thank you.
Happy birthday. Though I called in the morning, wish you well, you guys.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Thank
yeah.
you.
So now I want to talk about Mabuto and Kelvin. What is this beef about? You come out on your birthday with that kind of beef. You disappointed me today. That's for Kelvin and Mabuto.
Okay.
They didn't deserve that as viewers, really. They shouldn't have come out the way they did. They should have done that, behind the scenes. Yeah?
Okay.
Yeah. Otherwise, enjoy your day.
Thank you
so much.
Inonge.
Thank
We
you.
appreciate.
I saw it coming.
Is it coming?
I saw it coming, and I wanted to share with you guys that probably somebody is going to call and say the most horrible moment is
Today's show.
Sunrise Breakfast Show. I saw it coming, and even where I'm seated right now, as I'm seated here, my heart is...
because someone is going to complain.
That guilty part.
I see.
You find that some of us are not used into fights or whatever.
Yeah.
And you find that ngana ulufyanya lumfafye kumtima
It sticks in you.
it
Yeah,
sticks. So
exactly.
yeah. Kamasongo is here.
Hello, Kamasongo. Good afternoon.
Hello, how are you?
Very well. How are you?
Happy birthday.
Thank you so much.
Although I'm celebrating the happy birthday with my young boy, I'm going to teach him what you follow.
Mwande.
That's the boy.
kana wanga chiri vakiko mwata kumuchimangana vyuma vinapihi emwane kangochi kukumbula zishinga za chivulu mwata emwane mwata kusakwira kwa mwata
happy birthday,
I'm fine. How are you?
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Guys, mungandifomekeze kwende nimweko manzi. Mweko chemanzi.
There'll be another chair coming, don't worry.
So there's another chair coming. And we are bringing someone I think that is not new to the screens. Her name is Bessie.
So Andrew, as you before you receive, of course, Bessie, allow me to pick it up from where you ended.
Yeah,
I think we had a very good discussion where I'm happy that Bessie she's coming to join us because these are the people actually.
Please. It's been how many years on Movie TV, Mont?
For me personally, it's been like 17 years.
Right. Yes, I say this because what we've just talked about and your lamentations those days, perhaps coming from her, you never know. Maybe she is among the people that were giving me those directions or directives to act in such a manner. You know what I mean? Because I was working hand in hand with Bessie. As well as Betty, as well as Frida. Okay, so anyway, I know she's shocked.
Exactly, you
catch up. Don't
I'm trying to blend it, but then
yeah. So basically, for me, I wanted to state that I think for us to succeed and to be where we are today, 17 years, because it's because of our principle.
Yeah.
You know, we need to be principled. You need to be to work in. Please speak it up.
Let me bring in this call. Hello, good afternoon.
Afternoon, how are you?
Very well, thank you. Who's on the line and where are you calling us from?
Movie. This is Mr. Dube.
Mr. Dube, thank you so much.
Yeah, we really appreciate you, this station.
Indeed.
Ever since I started, and we are proud of this station.
Thank you so much.
At Chani, the song.
Sure. The season lipstick, ready for marriage, all those. And my only wish is that at least they should come again. This program should come because they're very expecting.
Yeah.
Muvi, come on. We love you.
Please.
Indeed.
Yeah. So once again, happy birthday. We are expecting more. And I think the only advice to you is that I think may you continue. For example, my English Premier League, but they were quite meticulous.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Dube. Thank you so much. Please continue watching.
I appreciate having you in Zambia.
Thank you so much, Mr. Dube.
Sure.
All right.
I think carry to Wayamba Wakamba, you know that. Very interesting.
Yes, you're saying something.
Yes, I was saying something, comrade, that for me, what was happening those days, you know, even me, I came through that transition where I started from somewhere, you know, working with a certain team, doing the kids and teens, you know, until we transitioned. Here we are today, of course, making decisions together with you, Mr. Mwansa, where at some point you thought maybe what I was doing or what other people were doing, it was out of hate. You know, because trust me, I was managing a lot of people, and I didn't know the person I was dealing with exactly. So even if I had a grudge, it means I had a grudge with all the people I was working with. I would say the kids by then. You know, which was not the case. The issue was about you have to be here on time. Even me, I will confess here that sometimes I used to walk on foot from Maken, okay, to ensure that I reach here on time. So that we do not affect the majority Zambians out there. Because if I'm going to walk on foot, then I'm late. I will tell you, someone said I was late because I walked on foot. You understand me? But what about the viewers? They do not know what form of means I used for me to be here. So the principal basis here was that you need to be here, guys, on time. Whoever comes late, they are not supposed to be on TV. You don't prepare adequate, you're not supposed to be on TV. That was the principle. And that's what I was doing as well. And people never knew the stress that I was also going through.
Yeah.
You know, but it's not that I was taking that stress on other people. No, it's not the case. You know, it was about preparation and also doing what is correct. If you ask Chase Wakapasa, he will come and confess the same things as well.
Yeah.
Where you tell somebody, because you had a segment called Time Chat, remember? Yes. Okay, you are given that segment to go and prepare the whole week. Or sometimes maybe for 2 weeks. Because there was competition for who goes on TV.
Yeah.
You need to have something to offer really for it to be on TV. Then and the segment, which will only take you for 5 minutes. Isn't it best? Okay? For 5 minutes, even in 3 minutes, if anything, you need to give out the best within that minute. You need to prove and give out the best. You prepare, Chase, I remember there was a time when he also got upset. Prepares Time Chat. He comes here with some, placards with some drawings and the likes. He comes here. He's supposed to walk into the screen or on the screen. He's told you're not supposed to be, come back, reverse.
Man. Man, Mkolombi.
No, we are proud of you as no
Man. Man, Mata. Hey, yo, Mata. Sakwira kwa Mata. Hey.
Thank you so much.
Look, Sambo,
You see what? I don't know what you guys, Munzi and Innocent, want to prove here. I don't know what you want to prove.
What do you mean what we want to
I
prove?
asked that I go and take a cup of water and then I'll be back.
Here.
You said no, you need to be here.
Let me have someone bring you a glass of water. Cara, may we have water for you?
Water for Chifokolo.
Let's
But
have a
anyway,
glass of
let's
water.
bring in.
Because my fear is that the people that watched in the morning, I don't want the show to turn out to be for Chifokolo. We are celebrating 17 years. So it is better if people can contribute and wish us well. Because I don't know if you can see where it is taking
So we can still bring them back so that
Let's get to you, Bess. You've been here, I think, the longest, for 17 years. Just give us the experience that you've had working with Muvi Television.
And I would love you use that language that people
imwanji mosapita kuvuli kapena kupita mbali tafuma patali. Olokuti kwenze tokumana nato utu koma sengo labira kuti zakuza zilingani kakungu. Kakungu, you know the way the winds blow and then ayenda visa stabwanji mavuto nikambeso mavuto ya munga ni chipunga. So this time around like tingapezeke kuna ma problems aya but vina vintu vankalabu and stuff like that kulikose vintu vimachitika like production wise nizi yakuti olo bantu manje okunga bwele ma channels bwanji ma TV stations bwanji they will always people, our viewers will always talk about it Muvi TV because tikankala kuli ma productions like my local productions kunali ya many national broadcasting fimo kwenye ma local productions but isiana blowing kulingana mwamene if when we came to the scene mwamene tina bwataonekera. I'm sure you can attest to it that everyone was
we were unique.
Tikalira ngati ni singing tune ya banja abantu bazikomera mu manyumba oge banja is starting tikaone kwa abantu mwakusia wonyesha ndio wakwatira nasira kaidi kumankala kuti you know because waibala kutuwasia watekapo binzi wa watekapo chani and then you want to watch that beautiful episode of Banja Survivors Kapotwe Constable you know ni ambiri ma productions
amazing
na mene nzemwe amena amazing
analimwe naye
osaibala kwa amena muna banga may he so rest in peace azie nfuni ko making us something clear kunali mbiri kwa mene kuma social media kaili bantu akonda katumba news ya now amazing analondola muna bawo imwe pilizi musani nilipo kali talo apalomba umoyo nde pamene wambo wa masosi ningatantule msanga then we had a call amene zakamba kuti ma productions yabwino ife apa manje tifuna ku making sure kuti atikupasire mfoni na zabwino kuchilana zamene munasita bwanji zamene munatamba ku masiku ya kumbuyo so imwe tamene chilipo ni ku making sure that mukochite continue kulipira subscription so that musazimisinga ma productions yanyu yamne ife Muvi TV takupekanyira yakutakupekinyanyirani ndikufuna kusakaniza kula kuti sakanize chiremba romba na jite romba kamwa kamozi kacheka
chiremba soza sikwanisi
ito chintu ndiye that's why nazina na chinja romba ndine best tembo
no munga uzakole best scholar
hello good afternoon
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
In the morning I say, those who celebrate birthday, they should not just be celebrating the number of years we have lived, but how much you have achieved. That is very important. Someone can live only 80 for 100 years and die with nothing. There is no achievement in the 100 years. But rather, how much have you done? And that you are the heritage that you are going to leave for your children. That is very important. Yeah? So on your number of 17th year, I have a concern. Some people did tell me, okay, these days some people are complaining, those who started with you. That it's like you are not the way you were when you started. Especially after that intimidation from PF government when they closed down your station. It's like you have resurrected different. There is some people are saying they are missing what you were before. So I urge you to go back to what you want, so that with this competition that is coming from other TV stations like Topstar, you should not lose out. Okay? We want to support local. Okay? I think that attract other local channels, Prime TV and these others, to be on your decoder, to be a plus. We don't try to support these Chinese, whatever. The Topstar which is Chinese one. What's local? So if you come together and form a very good company, you'll be like more or less like the Chinese store of South Africa, which is what we have now in Zambia there, Surprise. It's South Africa, that. So if we could have our own, that we are going to support, our own broadcasting house, that we are going to support, it will be much better, especially when you locals come together. It will be much better that way. And I really wonder, when I started watching you one, but I have observed that there is a reduction in the number of channels. Before you had 30, yes? But even Stu TV and these other Diamond were there. But today, some of these locals like Stu TV are not there. I don't know what is happening. And even the channels have been reduced to 18. With those free ones, you are talking of additional, that's frequent. But even those most of them are either Islamic. Some of okay, we have just appreciated radio for the decoder. These local radios you have, as well as this very channel, especially with interactive programs. These are the only things I've appreciated. No, I don't enjoy more Rosie movies, which are alive mostly, are just fiction. But I like this interactive program. But if you could do more, to put some more radios, if you are sure they are there, local radios, I think that makes you a difference from Topstar, which because it doesn't have radio. Even the start time, we only have international radios, which are not good according to our interest. So please do more to bring locals so that you are together to support this company so that you can grow since we no longer have additional broadcast.
Thank you so much for coming through. Right, we take each and every advice that you give us very seriously, and I think that will be taken into consideration. Bess, you are saying something very important, and even before you say that, I was telling the guys on the panel that I had carried out a poll on my Facebook page asking people what are some of the memorable shows that they used to watch on Muvi TV that shaped their homes, and two of them came out very prominent. That was Ready for Marriage and Banja. You happen to be one of the makers of Banja, who is here. And some other caller also called to say, Mzaleta iti Banja again. And that's the reason why we actually dragged you with this IP here, to just answer some of those questions, because you are the brains behind the shows we used to watch on TV.
Mwamini nakambira kudala kuti we have a